was gone, I have brought the spirit and put it on them. They have resurrected. They are here now and will be out there on Saturday night to hear me at Wembley Stadium when I'm going to let it all hang out. Could I say something?
Let it all out.
Let it all hang out. Little Richard from down in Macon, Georgia. I am the king of rock and roll. Ow, 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 ow. My. I just had to do that. Now I feel so much better. I got it out.
Were you always so shy?
Huh?
Were you always so shy?
No, I'm not. A lot of people say I'm shy, but I'm not.
Tell me now, in 1956 you had a lot of hits, but before that, what were you doing?
I was a dishwasher at the Greyhound bus station in my hometown, Macon, Georgia. I had been washing plates for so long, I was tired. And I wrote, and good golly, Miss Molly, and bless your soul, I got out of the kitchen. Long, tall Sally just took me on to California, and I stayed there.
What sort of family background were you from, though?
I was from, my mother had 12 kids. I have 6 brothers and 5 sisters, but I was the best looking one of all of them. And I'm not.
And that's what we're going to end it. We can listen to play that whole thing. Y'all know how much we love the architect and the innovator and the emancipator of rock and roll, Little Richard. This show is pretty much dedicated to him every single week. But we had to end United Negro Music History Month with a bang with our opening clips. So I am, with that being said, understood, and accepted, I am Josh Rogers.
I am Bryan here.
And this is another episode of the Jigsaw Podcast, your favorite podcast with your favorite Casa Negros coming here to figure out the crazy puzzle piece ever created, that is the jigsaw of life. But particularly, we talk about the perils, the praises, the productivity, and the pump circumstance of being millennials trying to navigate this thing. Bryan.
Yes.
¿Cómo estás?
I'm going to say bien y tú también, but I'm going to say siempre un para es negro. Grande Sarah Negro.
It's okay. It was a struggle today. So how you been, brother? You doing all right?
Nah, I've been good, man. Just out here working.
Yeah.
Just working. How about you?
Running for Jesus a long time. Are you tired yet?
I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. Like Little Richard said, I was tired.
Don't get tired of working in the kitchen. He was tired of washing them dishes. You don't wash dishes for a living, right?
Running for Jesus. So I'm not tired yet.
Yeah, Bible say don't. What you say? Don't get weary in your well doing.
For in due season. Shut up, man.
Is it due season for you? Is it coming?
I don't know. I need something.
I prophesy due season is coming to your life.
Well, what happens in the due?
I don't. It's gonna do whatever God said it was gonna do.
Oh, that's a word.
Whatever's due unto you is coming.
Listen, it's gonna do whatever God says it's supposed to do.
If the money's due, you're getting paid.
Come on.
If the health is due, you're getting healed.
Hey, shata.
If the favor is due, doors are opening. Whatever's due unto you is going to D.O. due.
Glory to
God. I don't know that they made any theological sense, but that's what I felt in my spirit.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah. All right. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well, brother, despite your weariness and your well-doing. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I literally just got back in the city from a week-long pilgrimage to Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, God.
And I went down to the Mecca and
the Holy Land.
Yeah, I'll talk about a little bit more of that in my Black person self-care. But I'm doing well. I'm a little tired in my body. You know, road trips kind of take it up out of you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. No complaints. I would ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the latest episode of P Valley? But of course, you know, this episode. So, you know, we gonna hold.
It was an episode.
It was an episode, wasn't it? Full of things.
All the things.
And things and things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what's new with you? I feel like, I know we just talked last week, but I don't know, this week seemed long.
It did seem long.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything new. I don't know. I really don't know. Like it's the middle part of the year. I'm just, trying to figure out what the last part of the year is gonna look like.
Okay. Oh yeah. How do you feel at this checkpoint moment? Have you feel like you've accomplished 6 months worth of achievements? You had a major achievement I would think so.
Listen, I did have a major achievement earlier. No pun intended.
Yeah, all pun intended.
All pun intended. I guess all pun intended. That makes sense. Everyone in my family's alive. Not alive. My grandma passed away earlier, but we made it through that. People in my household are healthy and happy for the most part that I'm aware of. We said earlier in the beginning of the year, like we're gonna be booked and busy, and nigga, have we been booked and busy?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Yes. You definitely more than me, but we've definitely been pretty booked and busy. Yeah, man, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place for the most part. Things haven't been easy, but I'm still here by the grace of God.
Oh, during the grace, I
When
am
I look
still
back
here.
over my life.
Sing it. Go ahead.
I don't know.
And I see all the things God's done for me. Been through dangers, heartaches, and trials. I thank the Lord. He blessed me still. He said I should have lost the fight. I should have been Holyfield against Mike Tyson. And I should have fell from his grace. But now I can say, Bryan, I am still here.
And it's about the grace.
Thank you, Lord.
By the grace of God. Oof, that's a song though.
Ain't it?
I listened to that. Actually, I listened to that like last week. I just I felt it in my spirit.
Yeah.
I'm here by the grace of God. That's really I know sometimes we're a lot of serious. We joke a lot on this show.
Yeah, for sure.
But we are definitely some, church boys at heart who really do love the man. And sometimes just reflecting back, that we are still here by the grace of God. And what?
You just put another song about spirit. You took me back to Donald Lawrence Bible story. You said, I love the man.
Oh, cool. Give it to us.
It made me think about stranger. There's a stranger in town. He's giving sight to the blind. He is the great emancipator. He turned water to wine. He even healed the 10 who were bound by disease. What manner of man is this whose voice can control the sea? Some say he is the great I am, the prophet spoke of. Some even say he's Emmanuel, the Son of God. This stranger from Galilee. Boom, 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 boom. The man from Galilee. That's so. Donald Lawrence don't write like that no more. That Bible Stories album, no skips. Right. It's so good.
He done went over to Eden, sit on top of the world.
Go back to Galilee. Go back to Galilee. Because people actually dwell there. No one's in Eden today. My God. Oh, so I did a thing.
What did you do?
With my hair.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, I'm out here like little baby. Travis Scott. I think this is gonna be my Cali hair, Bryan.
Oh, okay. 2 strand.
I've already booked my plait twist appointment for the day before. And I booked my haircut the morning of the flight. Oh, I'm
yes.
I'm gonna be
shaking.
Listen, if Jesus has dreads, I'ma shake them. I ain't got none, but I'm thinking about growing some. So, anyway, since we're into music, I'm going to give us a song of the week. It is my week.
Okay.
And since we are talking about P Valley, I wanted to be in theme and give you something very strip culture-esque without going cliche and do Mississippi Pride. So, Bryan, do you know? Can you give I'm not gonna give you any clue. That's the only clue I'm gonna give you. Can you give a, maybe a gander of what the song of the week could be this week?
Where them dollars at?
No, I knew you would go there. That's a great strip club anthem, but no.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Ain't it interesting the duality of this intro? We went from I'm still here, tongue, stranger, straight into strip club anthems. My God. He
Usher,
loves us just the same.
Don't mind if you strip on a pole and no money. No, okay.
Okay, that's it. You have 3.
That's it. That's enough. Okay.
Okay, I got you. I'm just gonna bust out with this verse. Brought out the pink Lamborghini just to race with China. Brought the race to China just to race to China. Little bad Trini, but she mixed with China. Real thick vagina. Small bricks to China. I tell all my niggas, cut the check. Bust it down. Turn your goofy down. Goofy down. I'm gonna do splits on it. Yeah, splits on it. I'm a back on it. I'm gonna bust it open. I'm gonna go stupid. Be a ditz on it. I'm on a date, honey. Cooking on tsunami. All my niggas watch me when they get that good punani. I think he need a bunny. I might just let them find me. Never trust a big butt and a smile. What you runny? Rep queens like Supreme X Web and Nitty. X Bimmy get Joe. Nigga run me my dough. Wrist game is freezing like it wait in the cold. Nickname is Nicki, but my name ain't Nicole. I tell her my nigga. That
Bars.
is, yeah, my favorite. That is my favorite line of Nicki ever. Nickname is Nicki, but my name ain't Nicole. And no, that might not mean much to you, but that blesses. And her race to China, just the race in China, that blesses me too. Anyway, it's one of my favorite verses outside of Monster. That is "Rake It Up" by Memphis' own Yo Gotti, featuring the queen of rap, Onika Mirage, aka Nicki Minaj. And I think that ends this portion of the podcast.
Break from China.
Listen, let me do it again. She said, and I quote, brought out the pink Lamborghini just to race with China. Brought the Wraith to China just to race in China. My God. I don't know what any of that means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going.
Get the one song only.
What's up? Wait a minute, Brian. I don't know why that little part just did bless me like it did. Oh, love them like I do. All right. Anyway, with that being said, understood and accepted, Brian, you ready to get into some black excellence and go into the Bless Up Report?
I'm always ready to talk about black people being great.
No, come on, let's go do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, we are here at the Bless Up Report, where we shout out black folks doing great black things. So black people are always doing great things, and we are going to bless up Krit Karr. Yes, Krit Karr, spelled Kritkarr, and it sounds like a nuke created this. All the K's.
Niggas love for the K, either a nuke or Klansman.
Right. All these K's in here. But it's on-demand mobile mechanics. It says, why go to the auto shop when we can come to you? They have repair service at your desired location in the DMV area. Let's talk about a couple of the owners. There's three owners, three co-founders, right? Mm-hmm. One co-founder's name is Josh. One co-founder is by the name of India. One co-founder by the name of Andrew. But let's talk about Josh a little bit. A little background on him. He was in the automotive field for over 13 years, starting in high school, graduated and attended Lincoln Technical Institute, studying automotive technology, where he graduated at top of his class due to his academic achievements. He was recruited and sponsored by BMW to join their BMW STEP program. This allowed him to become fully certified BMW auto mechanics, right? He did all those things throughout life, worked at some dealerships and learned how to work on the cars. And he decided, hey, let's create this company with my friend India. Sharp woman of God, right? Co-founder and chief operating officer, specializing in running the business like a boss. Went to Hampton University. Then Andrew deals really with the CFO, one of the co-founders, deals with the internal auditing and finance department, all that kind of great stuff. And he went to Norfolk State. So we have these three black folks doing great black things, went to some great black schools, and we are excited. I do believe that Josh is in the greatest fraternity known to man.
Oh, yes.
Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, founded on the campus of Indiana University, January 5th, 1911. All right.
Well, bless up to...
And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're in the DMV area, things happen to your car. And why not call Krit Karr to help you out with that? So you can locate them at they do have an Instagram page. The Instagram page, before I get them, I'm talking to their website, but the Instagram page, their website is Krit, Krit, Karr, Karr.net. Again, that's KRITKARR.net. And they have all kinds of products and services for those that need to, take care of your car, right? So excited about that. They got oil filter, they got services, they got tuning ups, brake services. And honestly, this is no different. It was actually a step higher because back in the day, what was happening? You would call the person in the neighborhood, you know how to fix their car. They would come to your house, you give them a pack of cigarettes, and listen, you got a whole
a pack of cigarettes at a Coke 45, little ham sandwich, and they fix your car.
Brakes, transmission, whatever was fixed. So please go out and support, if you're in the DMV area, support Krit Karr, a one on-demand mobile mechanics. So shouts out to black folks doing great black things. So bless up to them. Rest up. Did anybody die?
Not that I know.
What did God do then?
Stayed the hand of death.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Somebody said R&B died.
Let's get into the Billboard. So this Billboard, the portion of other people's business of the Billboard is gonna be real short because I didn't feel like dealing with nobody's business. However, the worst two things occurred.
Okay.
That are usually on the nerves of black people. Versus is one of those things now, and the BET Awards. Let's start the BET Awards. BET Awards was just a BET. My favorite part of BET Awards is when it went off because I was sick of it. Let me tell you how I love and respect and honor Taraji P. Henson and what she does for culture, but she don't ever need to host another award show ever again in her life. She was absolutely terrible. She was misreading the prompt. The teleprompter, her jokes weren't landing. It was just, she was not good. I don't think that's where her gifts are best utilized. The second, any thoughts that you have on the BET Awards for I'm screwing on back? I don't got much else to talk about it. Other than
I know we believe in supporting black business and television, but I did not watch the BET Awards.
You didn't miss nothing. And I was trying to watch as much as I watched to get to the Diddy tribute, but they kept prolonging that thing. And I finally saw it, and you could tell who Diddy got beef with because then the people that didn't show up wasn't no Total, wasn't no 112, wasn't no Mason Bedford. None of them folk was there. But anyway, sliding on past BET, the worst verses to ever happen in the history of verses occurred. See, I refuse to watch that thing, but I have a wife who is a millennial who grew up in the 2000s, and she loved all the little boys that's on that stage. So she was watching it. And when I tell you, the best part of that verses was Mario's commentary in the background. He said, "Nigga, y'all sound crazy." But I'm trying to figure out why they was all blaming the mics about how poorly they sounded. Y'all sound bad after the studio engineers fix y'all voices.
Right.
Jeremiah ain't never sounded good on the album. Jeremiah had some solid songs. But vocally, even on an album, he sounds like butt. What did y'all expect? And here's the thing. Real singers who even can't hear themselves, they still don't sound like that. So I'm trying to figure out what this mic really have to do with the lack of vocal production. And your girl, Brandy Norwood, called out her own brother.
She did.
She did. She said, "No, I won't stand beside this foolishness."
She said, "That ain't it.
That is
I'm
not
your sister." Oh, that's for you.
That's
it's
it.
Automatic.
Sing then. Sing.
I can probably sing better than some of them niggas.
Oh, we both can. Think about it. They are national recording or professionals, quote unquote, on tour and making millions. Made millions. Made, because they're not making it anymore.
They're making them thousands now.
Yeah, probably 100,000.
If I had one wish,
and that's the thing. Like, and even though Mario was the best vocally of the night, he still had 15 songs nobody knew. So that verse was just a waste.
Maybe you
of
should let me love you.
That's a song. Finish it, Bryan. Don't start it. Go.
Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Ooh, baby, good love and protection. I'm a little nasally right now.
It's all right.
Make me your selection. Supposed to be.
That's so good. But anyway, that's enough of that. I didn't feel like getting into other folks' business today. I didn't, it wasn't on my agenda. But this is the last episode during United Negro Music History Month.
Mhm.
And on the Instagrams, they do the Black Music Month challenge where every day you post a song representative of something. So I thought, in lieu of the billboard, we can play our own culture code game between the two of us, and we can answer all 30 of these. Now, it's going to take us a little minute, and we might get caught up in remedy, but we're going to try to get through this as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. You down for that, Bryan?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. So day one was a song you love, but very few people seem to know.
Sometimes Bilal.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's on
what is it?
Second Born First, I believe it's his first, one of his first albums. It's a hodgepodge of different lines. Like basically they said he sent a text message out to a bunch of people and they just sent lines back to him and he kind of put it together. But it's on his first album. Go check that out. It's a good song. A lot of people don't know it.
Got you.
But I love it.
If you're outside of Memphis, you don't know Ballers by Project Pat featuring Gangsta Book.
That's
a great song. Yeah, Ballers. Sure. We be on some twanky. It's a great song.
It's funny if you introduce a Memphis song or like a Mississippi song or like some type of Down South song and the lingo is funny. And you talk bad about E40. But in Memphis, that's on twanky.
But we still say words. We still say E40 be like the rollio or the colio, and I be like, where?
E40 Fonzarelli, nigga.
See, exactly. E40 sound like Pootie Tang.
See, Batista Batal.
Oh, said I tell you on my capital. All right. The second one is, Bryan, a song you sang with all your heart, but ain't know nothing about.
Ooh, it had to be about sex. A song I sang and did not know nothing about. I'm gonna say Knocking the Boots. I knew what Knocking the Boots was. That's not true.
Body rocking, knocking the boots.
Yeah, I don't think I understood the level of like what that meant. Okay, so the little intermission. Now we're on intermission tips. All you ladies go get your towels. You know what I'm saying? Because later, I didn't know what why are we getting towels? What are these towels for?
What are they for?
I
understand. Yeah. For me, I know now. So y'all remember I said Brown Sugar was my little album as a kid. Jones in my bones. I didn't know what was going on in my bones. I didn't know. But I used to sing it. Said I got a Jones in my bones. Said the feeling that I got won't leave me alone. I'm just singing. And my parents let me just sing. I'm just singing. Heart out. And there ain't no Jones and none of my bones.
Listen.
Okay. The third one is your favorite R&B album interlude. R&B album interlude.
Come on and go with me. I got something new for you to see. Come on and go with me. Yeah, that one. That John Legend. John Legend came. His first couple albums.
John Legend, man. John freaking Legend, man. John Legend. Okay, so my favorite R&B album interlude. Oh man, that's gonna make me think. So let me do this. I don't know if it was an interlude, but the intro to like Call Tyrone. You know, ladies, how y'all doing? Fellas, y'all all right? Recognize I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my the build up to her introducing that song. It's just iconic. So I don't know if that's I'ma consider it an interlude for the purposes of this because it's just like when you say, ladies, how y'all feeling? Fellas, y'all all right? Like everybody knows what that is, and everybody always quotes, "I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
what was wild though. It's like she was like setting us up for like something that might be whack, and it turned out to be like a smash.
Yeah, because even so if we go back to so we're gonna go there. Let's go there. So if we go back to the real intro. She started talking about how they was playing around on the stage, and they were just playing around on keys, and she just started singing off the top of her head, and this is what they came up with. So to your point, it was like, all right, girl, your freestyle R&B song. But then it became like a smash hit. Fact. Did you know that on Ty Dolla $ign's latest album, he did a song called 2021 Tyrone or something? He sampled it. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It's like the response to them calling Tyrone, like how these women are trash.
Got it.
It's a pretty good song.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right. So number 4, your favorite live version of a song.
Live version of a song. I'm gonna do something. A live version of a song. There's so many to choose from. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a live version album. It's hard to find. You cannot find them, but D'Angelo's
Angelo.
live in
I knew he was gonna say
Stockholm
it.
is one
Yes.
of the greatest live, and you can't find it nowhere. Like you can't find it on streaming. You can't buy it unless you go to like Europe or something like that. It's nowhere to be found, and
Yeah.
I want it badly.
So I'm gonna actually offer two. So if we're gonna go album, I'm gonna stick with Erykah Badu. The Erykah Badu live.
Mhm.
Solid live album. Top. She
Yeah.
does some Shaka Khan tribute. She does. I mean, it's just great. But one of my favorite live songs done live was on Beyonce's Homecoming, Say My Name, Destiny
Mhm.
Child. That
Yeah.
version of that was
They go hard.
so good. Like
Mhm.
so good. The breakdowns as they go into Soldier, I think right after, like it was so good. I like listening to that live version over the nostalgia of the real one a lot of times.
Yep.
Ooh, Day 5, your favorite rap skit.
Oh, this is WEZ Balls. Something. What is it? Oh, it's off Doggy Style, but it's basically something easy. Like, and it's to do the radio. He's like a radio announcer, but then he goes into one of my favorite songs that should be my favorite songs that I always mention. I would play it, but I don't, want to. But yeah, that's basically it.
Gotcha.
The
I'm going
radio.
back to Project Pat.
Mm-hmm.
It's the introduction. Don't Save Her. Welcome to the Hypnotize Zone. Today, you hear the story of Russell Westhaven and the day he tried to save his girlfriend. So good. It's so good. So good. Okay. Number 6, your favorite gospel song on a secular album.
Gospel song. Gospel song on a secular album. I'm gonna do new one because it goes hard. We Win, Kirk Franklin,
Oh,
and
that's a good
No
one.
Baby, because
That's a good one.
it's on a secular album, but it goes hard. Just Blaze understands me as a producer. He understands what I like. So I'm going with that. We Win.
Okay. Let's see. For me, it's going to be Higher Ground by Missy Elliott featuring Karen and Dorinda on the Miss E So Addictive album. Pretty good song. Really good song. Let's see. A gospel song that rocks like a secular jam.
I love him like I do. Even though
really
Dietrich
good
Haddon, but I like that song. I like Dietrich Haddon.
Yeah.
All the people I don't really care
Somebody told me to be
for.
You don't like Ruben Studdard either?
Ruben's okay.
Ruben sang on that.
He did sing. And let me say, I used to watch American Idol faithfully. That nigga killed his season.
Yes.
He destroyed his season.
Yes.
Like every song was good.
And when he pulled out one of them Luther Vandross songs because their voices were so similar. Yeah.
Oh, good old Luther. Luther needs his flowers, man.
Love Him Like I Do is a great song. Let me see. A gospel song that rocks like a secular song. Man, we can go into that whole era of like when Love Him Like I Do came out, that whole 03, 04-ish, 05 kind of such a situation. I'm trying to pick one. Oh, Love Like Crazy, Kiara Shear. You know I'm in love like crazy. What's up? I'm going good, too much. I mean, I don't really go off of J. Drew like that, but he produced the snot out that particular song. It's a really good one. Let's see here. Day 8, a song that wasn't about you. Hold on, I'm sorry. A song that wasn't about what you thought it was about.
That wasn't what I thought it was about.
I got one.
A song that wasn't what I thought it was about. I know there's one that's on the tip of my tongue and I can't figure out what it was. I can't figure out what it is.
Can I give you mine while you thinking?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm in love with Mary Jane. When I first heard it, as like listen, my dad was into old school. So just like my kids today, I thought it was about a woman, like a real woman. And yeah, no, it was marijuana.
I feel like that's what I was thinking about, but
marijuana the entire time.
Dang.
And did Michael Jackson have a song about a rat? Being
he did. I'm gonna do Ben. Let's do Ben.
Okay. All right. Number 9, an album cut that should have been a single.
Album cut that should have been a single. Oof. I gotta think about the album first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Throwback from Confessions was a single.
Mm.
And it's really my favorite song on that whole album. And that album is so good. Another Just Blaze song,
Yeah.
Jadakiss, Usher. It is so good, but I don't think it was a single.
Can we stay on that same album then?
Sure can.
Superstar.
I knew you were gonna say Superstar.
It should have been. This is such a great song.
Mm,
I'm
that
in your
album is so
groove,
good.
baby. Bro, it's such a great song.
Superstar.
It is such a great song.
That album has had me like in a chokehold for the last year. And I don't know, it's just I put it on a road trip and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you can just play it over and over
And over.
and over.
It's a great.
It's just.
I'm not the huge I really enjoy Usher, but I will bow down and say Confessions is an out. And that's if we could just sneak into this Chris Brown Usher, because did you see the interview where Chris Brown said he low key wanted to have the verses?
Yeah, he said only person he can do it against would be Usher,
and it's true. Like the people's biggest argument is that they from two different kind of generation, and that's kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people argue Usher's going like this is where I think me and you disagree with the rest of the world, because a lot of people say that Usher's gonna win hands down, but that's not true. He was like, you just because even though people aren't in the gospel world, Usher's Confessions is John P. Key's strength. And we was like, if John P. Key just play on strength, he could kill, because there are no skips as great songs. But everything on strength, while there's like Thursday Love, some of the songs he played, they not gonna hit against what Hezekiah did. And the same thing with Confessions. Like like the song you just brought up, like that one doesn't come immediate to my memory right now. If he played that and Chris Brown comes out with New Flame or something, it's not winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While it's probably a great song. So so I think we have to calm down with that whole this person has an iconic album argument, because these other people have, like, Chris, love it or hate, like, and then I think the other argument I heard people say, we can move on because I don't want to get stuck here again, is Usher's been out longer. But Usher hasn't done anything since like 15, 16.
He ain't done nothing
like nothing
good
significant.
In a long time.
Yeah. He's had a couple of singles here and there that was cool, but no album. Like, and Chris has been consistently putting out albums. And even his last album, he got already like 3 singles. And the whole 24. And I've listened to it like 3 times now. It's Breezy is a solid body of work.
Solid body.
And because it's only 24, it is digestible. It is a solid body of work.
Yes. Agreed.
So anyway, I hope that it happens. Regardless of like some of the generational differences, I think it'll just be great. They are 2 guys who vocally would do okay live. They can give us great dances. And then they could announce a joint tour and just
give it to us.
Bless the people.
All of my money.
Yes, I would definitely go to that.
Without a doubt, all of my money.
All right, number 10, a song you know every ad lib, run, and vocalization for.
It's got to be some gospel. Got to be probably some John P. Key. It might be Standing in the Need of Prayer. It's me, oh Lord. Might be that. It's gonna be some John P. Key. So I'm gonna say Standing in the Need of Prayer. Return home from Detroit, Michigan, at the hospital. I can go on.
My Redeemer Liveth, the Clark Sisters. I know every part. I know Dorinda's, all her little licks, and I all of them. So good. And like you said, for me, it's gonna be mostly gospel in that regard. But there are some like Come and Talk to Me, Jodeci. Every single run, riff, squall, everything in that song. If there was, you know how they say the games, if somebody could put a gun to your head, you can sing it'll be something from Maddie's Girls or Jodeci or something. But definitely, like, it's a lot of Kirk Franklin, even Silver and Gold.
Don't give me a mansion.
Yes, on top of the hill. Yeah, don't give me the world. The shallow thrill. Oh, Jesus.
Jasmine Sullivan's first album, I know a lot of that.
Excuse me. I might mess them runs up, but I'ma hit them because I know that song. That is my freaking song. Give me just a second, just a minute. Gotta get this off my chest. Ain't no competition when you're winning.
You know that you're the best.
Woo! So
Jasmine
good.
Sullivan.
Oh, that woman's so good. Her voice just does something to my spirit.
She is. She's amazing.
God. Okay. Number 11. A song you hate that everyone loves.
Song that I hate that everyone loves. A song I hate that everyone loves.
Mm-hmm. And you better not say
break my soul.
Oh. I don't know why I felt it coming. I know I got the Holy Ghost. I know I got it.
No, I don't know. I don't know that the song that I love that I hate that everyone loves. It's got to be something like Catchy Current. I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. I don't know. I might have to pass there.
Yeah, I was sitting here trying to think of one that you were thinking. And I know there have been a few songs I was just like, oh, away from me with this. And I'm trying to think I want to give one because I know there's one that exists. I know that there is one that exists. Anything Jacqueline Karr. Let's start there.
Yeah, Jacqueline Karr. Let's not.
She does not do it for me.
She thick, but her gospel.
People be going in like, her song. That song got me through. Through what?
Not a drop of oil on that.
Not a darn thing. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say the girl ain't oily, but still.
Open Up My Heart by Yolanda Adams. Like that can go somewhere.
Now wait a minute.
Alone in the room.
Now it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Oh, what's that song that was wore out by Alicia Keys and all the whites and the people who used to sing?
Was it New York?
If I can,
that thing get on my nerve.
Nah, it's the.
Some people want it all.
Yes,
but I
I like a good cover, but I don't like her singing. I don't like to hear her singing it.
Well, that could be any Alicia Keys song.
I don't know. It's tough.
If we're gonna go there, I don't really like her debut single. I keep on falling, girl.
Yeah, I don't like that either. And bro, and the only reason why, like, this song got my attention, because the music video, I was like, oh, she's fine. Like, who is it? Who is this thing? And I just put it on mute because I didn't want to hear her voice, and I just watched her through the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Alicia Keys will find herself.
She's beautiful, but a singer.
But
she is not. She is not. Okay. All right. Which one did we just do? A song you hate but everyone love. All right. Your problematic fave, even at your big age.
We already know what my problematic fave is.
Yeah. Ain't no fun.
Ain't no fun. It's so problematic, but it's my favorite song. One of my favorite songs.
Yeah. Well, Project Pat makes a third appearance on here. It was Gorilla Pimp. I told y'all that in the episode with Chance and Charles. I'm a gorilla on these hoes. Dig that. I'm a pimp nigga you ain't know. I'm a Mac man on the stroll. I'm out here trying to break a hoe. Cause I hustle on the low. I ain't trying to go blow for blow. Brother. Woo,
what a
talking
song.
smart to a pimp, dude done broke the first rule. I'm gonna come on your job, I'm gonna act fool.
What
if
a
your
song.
boss come in, I'm gonna play it all cool. Bro, it's a terrible song. But that is my I gotta share that with you. I have to share it. I need you to listen to it, bro. You're gonna laugh.
I'm sure.
And I think you're gonna be blessed by it.
Be blessed.
I think you're gonna be blessed by it. Okay. The 13th one. The first song you remember dedicating to someone or someone dedicating to you. I'm gonna tell you what my little church self did. Go ahead.
I think a girl dedicated a Mariah Carey song to me back in the day.
Okay, not y'all belonging together.
Nah, it was white Mariah Carey. It was white Mariah Carey with the curly hair.
With the mullet.
Was it Fantasy? No. Hold on, let me find out. Mariah Carey albums. Which one was?
Are you finding that my church itself dedicated a Milton Bronson's The Holy Ghost to my church? One Saturday afternoon, I called in and they played it.
Goodbye.
That was the first song I called in today. But remember, I tell my mama, I grew up in a hole in this house. So we would listen to a lot of 95.7 Hallelujah FM. That's what we listened to. So the first ever song I dedicated to somebody.
Okay. Always Be My Baby.
Ooh, that is
Mariah
a song.
Carey.
That's one of my
It
favorite
is.
Mariah Carey songs too.
That was a good album. That Drake Daydream album was good.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah
Always
had some.
be my baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, a remix that made you forget the original existed.
Oh, there's so many.
Destiny's Child, no.
SWV's Anything.
Yes.
The original Anything is boring, but when you
The original no part 1 is
boring.
good.
Yeah.
Wyclef Jean came in there and said, "Let me do something for you."
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, another remix.
Anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good.
There's a few remixes that was better than the Let's Get Married. It's a bad song, but the Run DMC
that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. That really changed the game. And that's the other thing, Brian. Back in the day, remixes were actually remixes. Today, a remix is just adding a feature. I mean, adding a rap verse. That's not a remix.
That's not.
That's like a part. Like, even though Destiny Child named their part 2, that's literally like a part 2 if you just add a verse. Like, remixes was actually like, here's the song, and then here's the remix.
Like Wyclef, they are in forever in debt to Wyclef because
yes,
like that song was a banger and it still goes.
And it still goes. That first no is booty cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
It is really booty cheeks. Okay, a song that makes you believe in love for that moment.
So many. One of my favorite love songs. I don't know how many it might come back, but Nothing Else Matters. D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill.
I'm gonna give you one that you probably won't think of.
Okay.
If You Leave, Musiq Soulchild.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's Mariah actually Carey. A love song more than a breakup song. It's like, if you leave, then baby, I leave. I'll let it go, girl. But before we say goodbye, let's give it a try. It's like, it's one of those, because for me, like, even in my, like, I'll be transparent. Like, me and Ash have had some tough arguments. Where we was like, I ain't got to do this. But then we always come back to that space of, you know what, we going to put in the work. And that song is just really real, because sometimes in relationships, you really get to that space, but it is the love. It is that continued choice. It is all those things that make you be like, you know what? Let's try again. And it ain't got to necessarily be toxic, like y'all are, abusive or anything like that. It's just the everyday of life makes you get sometimes to a boiling point in a relationship. But then once all that settles, it's like, and then another one from Musiq Soulchild is off his Music and the Magic. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right song. It is such a great song. Teach Me How to Love is good too. It makes me believe in love again.
Yeah, music has a song for everything.
It just has a song for everything. But Love Contract.
Yep.
There is one girl that I will run to. Spend most of my days trying to fight the feeling, but I don't know where the thought is so appealing. I used to spend my days trying to yeah, it's just a beautiful love song. Caught Up in the Rapture, Anita Baker. Cruising, D'Angelo and Smokey.
Yeah.
You just feel love in those songs. Like, it's not sex, it's like, it's love. So I could probably go on and on and on with that one. That's hard to do one.
Yeah, I love songs.
The sexiest song,
Sexy.
Pussy Fairy, Janae Aiko. I ain't gotta think.
That's a good one.
That thing has a spirit on it. Brother, that thing has a spirit on it.
I'm just gonna throw off the top of my head what it's made for. What it's made for.
That's a good one. I ain't mad at that. Okay, the blackest song,
The blackest song that I know. Be Real Black for me, Roberta Flack and what's the man's name? Donny Hathaway. The
Okay.
song's called "Be Real Black" for me, and it talks about your hair so kinky. It's just like what?
Okay. Okay.
It's be real black for me. Dun 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 dun. That's a real song. Be real black for me.
Okay. I'm going to go with. You know what? I don't have one. I'm going to give you a collection,
Okay.
and that is our reception line dance collection. Those are the
Okay.
blackest songs that exist. If you really listen to the lyrics of them songs, like the electric slide, boogie woogie woogie, you wanna do it?
It's electric.
And if you listen to the wobble,
Oh,
oh
the
big
tool in your
girl, you
pants
back it
and
up,
all. Yeah.
wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. The Cupid shuffle, the cha cha slide.
Oh, all
All
line
right,
dances.
all right.
Take it
This is
back one
Casper
time.
part 2. Next time,
The one that brought you this and that and this and that.
those are the most nigger songs on earth. But if I'm gonna give like something like that speaks to black culture, you did that one. Young, Gifted, and Black, Aretha Franklin.
Black is so black,
That song.
black on black on black.
Donnie, what's the his last name? Donnie something. It's called The Auction Block. Really great song. Black as hell. But it's really good. Okay. The song that makes you feel like a rap star.
A rap star.
I got a few that make me come out with my bars. I know them words.
Gotta be some kind of a Tupac. It's gotta be Tupac. California Love is definitely fresh out of jail. Yeah, all like California Love takes me to the point. Shoot, it makes me feel like a rap star. I'm gonna say California Love. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna just make it easy on myself.
Yo Gotti's That's What's Up.
Oh yeah, that's your song.
I feel like or Future's March Madness. You play any one of the two, and I'm going to turn into Gotti. I'm going to turn into Nevadius.
Not Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares makes me feel like a rap star too. Oh my god, I used to perfect times like this. Ooh. Don't you get me started, Bryan, because I will go. Okay. Let's see here. A song that's your safe space.
Safe space.
Ooh, I got one.
Ooh. Safe space. What does that actually mean?
I'm going to assume that it's a song that's like, I don't know, like chill vibes that puts you in, calms you down, allows you to emote, reflect. That's what it's given me.
Oh, that puts me in a place where I can just. It's probably some music soul child. You say yours. Let me think about mine for a second.
Slow It Down, Roddy Ricch featuring Ty Dolla $ign is one for me. Mr. Introvert, Sam Henshaw is one for me. Like all of those kind of put me real mellow, kind of helps me change the mood. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a song that definitely Jay Dilla featuring Common and D'Angelo, Far to Go. Open Your Eyes, Bobby Caldwell. A lot of the songs off Mama's Gun. I could probably name a whole bunch of those. I'm gonna stop there. But there's probably a lot I can probably think about.
Yeah.
Now that I know the definition, there's a lot that I say I'm feeling away. Let me just feel, and I'll put on. It's really gonna be some like people that like something that Questlove made or was involved in somehow. I'm going to listen to. So something from Common, something from D'Angelo, something from Erykah Badu. Those are the things I'm probably going.
Yeah.
Something from the Roots. Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I like all those answers. A cover that's better than the original.
There's all the Luther.
I was just about to, everything Luther took, all them Dionne Warwick songs he redid.
Every single one. Every one.
And I didn't realize Luther covered that many songs. Like literally all of his hits. When I sent you that clip, I was like, But that's the thing. He did them so well. It's almost like Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You." Who knows Dolly Parton's version?
Right. Yeah.
PJ Morton, yeah, but how deep is your love? I'm sorry, BGs.
How deep is your love?
And I like the BGs is a white group that I actually mess with, but that and then bringing that white girl on there, PJ did that. Yeah, but there's a few.
Well, usually did that a good cover. D'Angelo's Cruising is like,
oh yeah, it's much better than Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Much better. Yeah. Much better.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. Oh, you not gonna do Aretha Franklin's cover of Adele's "Rolling in the Deep"?
I would say a song that I did not know was a cover was Shaka Khan's "I Feel for You." Bum 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 bum. I think I love you. Like it was originally, it was a Prince song.
Oh, I feel like I know that. Yeah,
like two other people made it, and then she did it, and she just killed it.
Speaking of Shaka Khan, somebody won up there. Whitney Houston's "I'm Every Woman."
Oh,
it's better than Shaka Khan's.
Yeah,
it's much better than Shaka Khan's version. Okay. Your favorite song with a whole monologue somewhere in the music.
The whole monologue somewhere, and like where they talking.
I don't know where mine is in the middle, but The Boy's Mind has a pretty decent monologue in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's just so iconic.
I'm gonna do not Sam Smith, Uncle Sam. I don't ever want to see you again. And the nigga from the Boys to Men does a whole little monologue in there. The Boys to Men song. What's the one where just come back?
Is it Close Your Eyes? Make a wish? I feel like there's a monologue somewhere in the middle of that.
What's the one? Is it Just Come Back, baby? You coming again like I love you before. This time it was End of the Road. End of the Road. End of the Road.
You know my favorite version of End of the Road, thinking of it, is when the series finale of A Different World and Patti LaBelle leads that thing out and she does her little yodel somewhere in the middle. Brother, that thing is let's pause for the call. Thinking I find that real. I want to bless you with that real good. Yeah. You hear it. Oh my God. Different World, End of the World. Don't pay attention to Whitley. Patty's coming. Go! Here she come, Bryan. Yeah, it's just got so churchy. It just got so churchy. But yes, that's really good to me. Another one that's with a good monologue is "I'll Always Love My Mama." In the middle, they were talking about Dad was out there doing his thing. Like that's a really good monologue in the middle of that one. I like that. Okay, a song dedicated to your haters and naysayers.
Haters and naysayers. I don't know how do we. I may have haters and naysayers, but I don't really think about them.
Drake's "Fake Love."
Fake Love. What's the song about haters?
And it's my joint. Without a shadow of a doubt.
It's not my haters, but I like a song that's about haters. No Vaseline.
I was about to say, hate on me, haters. Hate on me, hater. Now or later.
Jill Scott.
But I'm gone.
I feel like is a fake neo soul singer. Like I feel like she just is like,
wait a minute.
I feel like she was like, you know what? I probably wouldn't make it in pop. I probably wouldn't make it in traditional R&B. And I like the deep conversation. So let me do this neo soul stuff. And then she started coming out with songs.
I'm going to talk about Miss Let's Take a Walk Around the Park after dog. You're not going to do that.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, she's the type of person. I'm not saying her personal, but she's, you know, that person that kind of like grew up in a certain neighborhood and then like stumbled across a group of people. It's like, oh, you guys are cool. I want to be like you guys. And then she started trying to be cool and like, you know, soulful, but isn't really deep down soulful. Sorry to those Jill Scott fans out
You're
there.
not gonna do that just to Jilly from Philly. I'm not gonna even agree with. I'm not gonna amen or anything on that. Okay. 23. You still remember the very first time you heard this song?
If I Were the World, I was at summer camp.
Where were you?
Summer camp. I was at summer camp. And we were in this little auditorium, not auditorium, outside stadium, and the DJ was playing some songs, and they played "If I Were the World," and I, of course, sheltered church kid. Everyone is singing these lyrics, and I'm looking around like, what the am I missing out on? And I'm like, I'm missing out on life. And
More life.
for that moment, that is one of my like hip hop songs that would never like go away from me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I Rule the World.
Church kid, I was in the car and, you know, this hit the radio. Someone asked the question, why do they sing? And from that moment, me and Kirk Franklin were the best of friends. I have never stopped loving that man ever since. Okay. A song that aged terribly.
Sorry for 2004 by Ruben Studdard.
So bad. And I feel like that could have been an iconic song if it just didn't put a date in it.
Yeah. Like, it was a good song.
This is my sorry for the stuff and more. Like, it could have been, it's something else instead of 2004. Like, and I feel like it would have been like one of them things we went back to and had, because like it could have been TikTok worthy, meme worthy, but because it has 2004 in it, ain't nobody checking for that.
Yeah, like only way it will work on TikTok right now is if you literally like went back and showed a picture of you in 2004 and you just looked a mess.
Or they go into the verse and be like something, I'm sorry. Like it'll have to be the verse. It can't be the chorus. Yeah. But the chorus is what's so iconic about the song.
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
And then he was like, I ain't gonna hurt you no more this year. It is a terrible song. Now that I'm thinking about it.
So terrible. I'm not gonna mess up those more this year. So basically, nigga,
I'm making it real clear. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Then he started in May, which means he been messing up from January to April.
and when did he do this apology in 2004? I'm sorry, 2004. Was it in 2005? Like,
and I'm trying to think, what did he do so terribly? And
was it that watch night service? And he was like
April, where he had to pick up in May and be like, you know what? This is the end. We're 5 months into this thing. Oh my God. I'm thinking about that. That was such a bad song.
So bad.
Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna have to just agree with you on that because I can't think of another one readily. But that did not age well at all. Oh, okay. Let's see. Here we go. 25. Your favorite song by a male R&B group or band?
Male R&B group. There's too many songs.
Your favorite though, Bryan?
My favorite.
We do this to our guests all the time.
My favorite is "Knocking the Boots." H-Town.
It's like the third time you said "Knocking the Boots," the same song.
It's my favorite R&B song. It is.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna have to do. This wasn't my first choice, so I'm gonna say it now. It was my second choice, and I said it. "Come and Talk to Me, Jodeci" is one of my favorite R&B group songs. It's just a great song, and "Never Forever My Lady" is a good one too. So you having my baby? That's an opening line, ain't it? And it means the world to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. Mine, you can count on me. That boy could sing before he hit them drugs. He could sing before he got on them drugs.
Like a church deacon.
Ooh yeah. Such a great song. Okay, your favorite song by a female R&B group or band?
Female R&B group. Weak.
Ah, yes. Gotta be. I don't know what it is that you done to me.
Yeah.
So one of our faithful podcast listeners, you remember the guy Sean who came to the watch party?
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah.
He's an avid runner. He met
Yes.
Jack Harlow in Piedmont Park. He was all over the shade room.
Yeah. So he messaged me. It was like, y'all make me. He said it takes me 7 days sometimes to listen to y'all show because every time y'all bring up a song, I have to stop and I go down a rabbit hole and listen. So I'm pretty sure to this episode, brother, it's gonna take you 2 months.
2 years. Sorry, Sean.
Sorry, Sean. Sorry, but not sorry. Sorry for
friend of the podcast, friend of real life.
Sorry for
and we're not gonna mess with no more.
We should name this episode.
Sorry for 2004.
And it relates to nothing. But it's just great. Okay, shoot. I think I lost my place. Okay, no, I did. Okay. Yeah, I will go with week 2. Such a great song. Day 27. The songs that get you on the dance floor or standing on furniture.
On the dance floor. Your body.
It's not the song. That's just what came to my head.
Something that's gonna make you move. Hey, play that song all night. On
and on and on and on.
That's a song.
Ain't it? But it
That's
don't
a
make
song.
Even though it tells you to move and groove, it don't make me move and groove. It's just a pretty good song. But what's going to get you on that dance floor, Bryan, every time?
Dance floor.
It's not a line dance song.
Oh, you was going to get the wobble will get every nigga on
the wobble gets the people. Now that gets the people going. It's provocative.
It's provocative. We dancing to one song.
One song only. That's another episode title. One song and one song only. It's provocative.
One song only. You make me happy. Is that's still a line dance? But
no. I mean,
it's not a line dance.
We line dance to it, but like, it gets the people on the floor.
Frankie Beverly and Maze, yeah. Before I Let Go.
Before I Let Go is definitely a good one. If I'm full of that stuff, Wipe Me Down is gonna make me stroll every time. Every time. If I'm chill, I'm gonna be like, I'm good. But if I'm deep into that brunch, it's there. It's there. Another one that gets me. It was one song I remember at Johnny's birthday party. I was whipping and not whipping and nene. What's the thing? I was doing my Dougie and Cat Daddy. I was like, I had a circle form around me. But it wasn't teaching me how to Dougie. I forgot what song it was, boy. But yeah, I would agree because I can't think of that one. Maze Frankie Beverly, Wipe Me Down always gets me moving. Yeah, those some good ones. Tell the Club Up if I'm in Memphis gets me to doing the gangster walk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk.
Your favorite, so number 28, your favorite rap song collaboration. Rap and song collaboration. So I guess
rap
it's R&B artist.
So rapper and
did you hear the little known fact today that Michael Jackson turned down the Tupac collab out of respect for Biggie?
Oh no! Wow.
Yeah, I saw that floating around the internet today. I don't know how true it is, but it was floating around Instagram today. I wonder what that song would have sounded like.
Right. MJ and Tupac
would have been. It probably would have slapped.
Oh yeah. I feel like
you imagine Tupac on Remember Time?
Nigga. Tupac.
Or like Thriller. Or Thriller was like before Tupac, but still.
He probably would have murked it though.
Yeah.
So that's a singer
rapper collab.
Ooh. Singer rapper. You Got Me. Erykah Badu and The Roots.
Okay.
Or Break You Off, The Roots and Music Soul Child.
Okay.
Make Up the Breakup with D'Angelo. There's so many. I can mention so many. Because I feel like the late 90s was heavy on on rap, R&B collabs.
Yeah. Especially
being married and Mariah Carey.
I was just about to say that is such a good
Sorry.
one. Going back to SWV's anything with Wu-Tang Clan, like solid. Chris Brown, Usher, and Gucci Mane, party like a nigga just got out of jail. That's my song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are literally so many that you could just
so many
go down the list of and some of them aren't like the best songs in the world, but they're just like iconic. Like Upgrade You, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I Beat the Block. That's a it's a great song. Okay. Let's see. Day 29. We always at the end, y'all. If you had to put together a talent show routine today, you pick this song.
A talent show routine.
Yeah.
Today.
Let's go back to Pomona High. Was it Pomona High? What was the name of your high school?
Pomona High School.
Oh, Pomona High School. Okay, so let's go to Pomona High.
Y'all had the Red Devils.
Yeah, ooh, Shandadadadaboko Soto. Y'all couldn't even be the Blue Devils. Why you had to make them red?
It was a blood neighborhood.
My God.
It was really a blood neighborhood.
Right.
That's the funny part about it.
Pomona High, you in the talent show. You had to put it. What's your song, Bryan?
I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing Love by Music Soul Child.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go on back to 4148 Graceland Drive on in Hillcrest High. Man, that was a song in high school that just was.
Mm-hmm. I Just Want to Sing came out when I was in high school.
Yeah. I mean, I probably was a freshman or 8th grade-ish, maybe, depending on when it came out. But yeah, I remember that. And that was a talent show song too. People who thought they could sing would bust that joint.
Yeah.
Would bust that joint out a lot.
Yeah. Came out my freshman year. Huh.
Your freshman year?
Yeah.
So that means
not my freshman year. I think I went to high school in 99, 2000. Came out November 2000. So really my sophomore year.
Oh, 2000. Man,
yeah,
that was
November 2000.
I was like in the 6th grade.
Yeah. if I was a sophomore, you were in 6th. Yeah, 6th
grade.
8, yeah.
6th grade. Wow. Bryan, you all going through puberty and masturbating, and here I am.
I started masturbating. I was like probably out of high school. I was a late bloomer. I didn't understand that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was fat, like 13. Let's see here though. Man, that's a really good because you're saying this one, that's when it came out, but like through my high school, I remember people still using that song as like a staple song to just like display their vocals. That's one of them just iconic songs. I feel like if I would change the key today, I would sing "I'm Going Down."
Oh, good one.
And then going back to covers, Mary is not a better singer than the original, but her version is better than the original. Like Mary ain't nobody singing, but her version of it is the one that we know and love. And I probably would like change the key and sing the dog crap out of it. My whole world's up. Yeah. All right, and the last song, Day 30, even though today's the 29th. Shout out bless up to my grandmother who turned 96 today. I was able to celebrate her. But if you listen to this today is June 30th. So Day 30, me and Bryan's picks. An original song you ended up loving more than the sample.
An original song I ended up loving more than the sample.
That's easy for me because especially with these new artists sampling so many things.
I'm gonna do. I think was it Niggas in Paris? How's Niggas in Paris? Not Niggas in Paris. What's the other song that was off the phone?
Please don't tease.
Yeah, the original song is tenderness. Even though Kanye,
that's a solid.
Knows how to make a sample.
That's a song, man.
Jesus Christ, Kanye knows how to make a sample.
All the Clark Sister samples that Kanye has done, I prefer the actual Clark Sister songs over that stuff. Maybe not Higher that Jay-Z and Beyonce did because Higher is literally just hi, yeah. So actually, Family Feud is better. So that's to be the one exception. Big Energy by Lotto, like that Mariah Carey sample, is Mariah Carey song is better than Big Energy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lotto though for bringing Mariah Carey to the BET. Like Mariah Carey came to the BET Awards for that collabo. And here's this is how shady Mariah is though. She was nowhere in that audience. She came out for that collaboration, and the woman of God did not come back out for nothing else. She's I'm not sitting here with you niggas.
Right.
Having them going back to the back where I belong.
Eating.
And she had somebody walk her out. She stood in that one spot, Bryan. She tried to get that note, and she was done. Mariah is a diva's diva.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a long billboard, but that was the billboard. We just kind of went through that. So, anything you want to say as we wrap up United Negro Music History Month, Bryan?
Shouts out to Black music. We are not going to see the Elvis movie.
Oh,
We are
absolutely
not going to do that.
not. What did y'all hear that clip we played last week from Ray Charles?
Yeah.
His music was a bunch of bunk.
We've been shaking our behinds for years.
We've been shaking our behinds for years. And Elvis come up with wasn't it ain't nothing new. Stop asking me about Elvis.
Right.
Oh,
We made this. And funny thing, another interview I saw with what's the dude's name? Quincy Jones. He said the Beatles were trash too. Like he was like they can't play no music. He said they were terrible, but they just came at a time and they were different. But a lot of basically Quincy Jones said a lot of the black folks were playing the music,
yeah,
and then they would play the songs live, but in the studio it was all black folks. So, shouts out to all the people who got their music taken for all these years.
My God, Dream Girls got me a Cadillac. Cadillac. Bought me. You remember that?
Cadillac car.
Oh, so bad.
Got me Cadillac.
Curtis, can they do this? And they step into the bad side. Ooh. That's what they did to Payola.
The Payola.
Yeah, and that's when the Dream Girls really started to come up. All right. So now that's been said, understood, and accepted. I mean, that could be the living room, if I'm gonna be honest. That was such
It could be.
You want to transition?
We probably can, because like it's
because we can always talk about P Valley in the paint. We're gonna do a what they call in football, an audible.
Let's do that. We did music. I think that was a good living room.
Okay.
We wrapped up a good month of music.
So let me ask you this since we're wrapping it up. Has your one album for the rest of your life changed? We asked everybody, but has it changed for you? Is it a different album today?
What was my album? One album.
I think it was one of the Music Soul Child albums.
Oh yeah, it was Love and Music. Love and Music is, I think it was still Confessions recently. Again, Choke, Hold. So it freak. It might go to Confessions. But Love and Music is so good though.
These are my confessions.
I'm gonna stick with Music Soul Child. He's my favorite R&B artist. I'm gonna stick with him.
On the that
He's my favorite artist.
These are my
John Vicky. I'm gonna stick with Love and Music as I'm gonna lock it in. Love and Music. So it has not changed.
Man, I'm gone, but I don't know what to do. It's Confession Part 2 of Confession. Then I gotta give Part 2 my confession. What is Part 1? If I had to tell it, then I gotta
Part 1 is I was at the Beverly Center and something. I was at the Beverly Center and then something. It's the I didn't think about. Yeah.
I don't know what to do. But
this is Part 2.
Wasn't that wild that him and Chili were actually a thing?
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah. So I think he cheated on her, but the whole album wasn't really about her. It was JD's life. But he cheated, and then it kind of just helped add fuel to the album.
Because JD fumbled Janet Jackson.
He did.
A nigga like Jermaine Dupri, who looks like Jermaine Dupri, had Janet Jackson, and you fumbled Janet Jackson. How do you fumble Janet Jackson?
You think it? You like? Oh, I'm Jermaine Dupri because I don't think Jermaine Dupri understood that he wasn't gonna be hot forever.
Yes.
When he was with Janet, he was hot. Like he was working with Jay-Z. He made music. He was doing great stuff. But like
Janet
now,
was
like
a different type of icon. Like that star is never going down. Her one moment was really based on a white boy. But like that's like her star is never going down.
Isn't it crazy the fact that like nobody saved by her from these cheating streets?
Janet got cheated on. Beyonce got cheated on.
Halle Berry got cheated on. Like it's just nobody's safe.
Berry is like the pinnacle of black men exemplifying.
Yeah,
like when people like she's in a bunch of songs. When they reference fine people, everybody say They had a
Halle
whole
Berry.
song, Halle Berry, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
It's like, and the woman is fine, like to
She
this
is.
day. And a lot of, forgive me, I might sound some colorism here, but I'm gonna say this: there's some fair-skinned women who don't age as well.
Mhm.
Halle Berry has beat all of those odds. So because God bless, I'm not gonna call her name because we might have opportunity to work with her one day. I tell you off the show, you probably know who
I
I'm
know who
talking
you're
about.
talking about. Like
Yeah.
aged like a banana.
Ooh, a prune. Like a cucumber sitting out there, want to be a pickle, but didn't quite get the vinegar it needed. that's what she looked like.
Jesus.
And that's just not fair-skinned women, some fair-skinned people. Kid. And some of that was drugs, but still. My God, today. I'm telling you, the
And
less
tomorrow.
melanin you have.
Oh yeah.
But shout out to all the light skins. We love y'all. I love light skins. Bryan's married to a light skin.
I'm married to a light skin. Our best friend is a light skin.
Best friend is a light skin? I'm saying.
Yeah. And his child is a light skin.
His child is John B.
Listen, Karrie's eyes be open. Do you see that picture with Chris and his dad and Karrie?
Listen, they both look like they were struggling to see. You know, Sister Squint from Not Charged the Banks. That's Chris.
Karrie said, he said, for this generation, I'm breaking that curse.
My mama said something so racist the other day. She said, I was in this store. She said, no, I was going to the store and I saw these two women going to the bank. One of them was a white woman and one of them was an Oriental. I said, wait a minute.
What? You know what time Pastor said a Chinaman?
Listen, that Gen X, that Gen X just be saying stuff. I didn't, and then my mama, she was so into her story, telling because she was like the people. She's like, yeah, and the Oriental woman, she left and she didn't realize it was Juneteenth, and she came back and she kept pulling the door, and the little Oriental woman, I was like, mama, she just kept.
You don't say Oriental no more.
I didn't know. She was so into the story, but I didn't really know what to say. I didn't know what to even do in the moment. I was just like, girl, tell your story. But yeah, so forgive me if anyone Asian is listening. Forgive my mama. We know that you the Asian Americans, Asian people. But I was just like, when you said tight eyes, it made me think about this. And this just happened like a few days ago when I was in there.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know.
They don't know.
Forget.
And that's real though. Like, not to say that it like, what they don't know absolves them of responsibility, but they literally don't know. Oh, my mama did call me out for her mispronouncing Joe Biden's name. She calls him Joe Biden all the time. She's like, I heard you talking about me to Joe Biden. And I said, mama, because you are consistent. You do not get that man's name right. I said, you are black mama personified. You don't remember that man's name.
Listen, we could do a whole episode on parents just miss.
Oh
my mom
God.
pronounces the L in salmon. She is Kovic. You don't say
my mama say Simon.
Simon.
I said, what you could? I had some Simon. Your daddy really don't like that Simon. I'd be like, girl, you skipped the L, but you replaced that vowel.
The R in library is gone. Library. Kindergarten.
My mama say crying instead of crying.
Oh,
like her grandpa, like, why y'all doing all that crying?
Shout out to our mom, Joe.
I'm telling you, Gen X. And I thought my grandma used to say some wild. My grandma used to say Lumavor.
Oh.
It's one word, Lumavor. The sink, as in the sink. The box is the refrigerator. You better close my box. So many things. So retch around. Like, I know Sid had a whole joke, but that was legit my grandma. Retch around there and get it. We are totally off music right now. But yes, this has been a great June, a great United History Music Month. We got to celebrate Pride a little bit with our brothers. Charles and Jen. We've had a great June.
We did have a good June. Solid
episodes. And we're ending the first half of the month with a bang. Before we end that, one thing we did not do, and let's just do this since this is just a hodgepodge episode. We just doing our thing today.
Okay.
We never really celebrated our 2 years as a podcast, right?
We did.
We did. And so I think the first episode of the pod, you know what? People think I don't care about things because I am not good with milestone dates. Outside of birthdays and anniversaries, I remember the year. I remember like what happened around the time of certain things, but I'm bad at like specific dates. But I'm finna go to it now because all right. So episode 1 of the Jigsaw podcast aired May 28th, 2020. So that is our official anniversary. We've passed that a month over now. And it's been a great journey. Started off as a solo podcast, got my brother on here, and we've been rolling and going higher ever since.
Yeah.
As we go into year 3, Bryan, what is anything you're expecting out of the show? Anything you want to do? Anything you want to accomplish? Something you want to do better?
I would just continued growth. You know what I'm saying? Continued growth. We're this I believe is going to be episode 95. We got 5 more episodes to 100. Bigger. Shout out to everyone who's been on here as far as being interviewed. As taking the task of sitting down in the living room. We do appreciate you, but I would love some bigger interviews.
Yeah, I don't think anything wrong with that. We love the people who are our lateral networks, but yeah, for sure, reaching up. Yeah,
right. Because some of the people that listen to our shows, they're fans of certain people, and I think that they probably would appreciate listening to an interview from the Jigsaw point of view anytime. And just to let y'all know that anytime we finish an interview with anybody, any guest, they always give us, they always commend us on our interviews being nothing like they've ever had before.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the best compliments of this show, and it's consistent.
Yeah, like wow, like y'all didn't, or either we ask really great questions that they probably never had before. We also make them feel comfortable within that, have ability to be themselves. They can be vulnerable. Only judgment comes when they just mention dumb stuff as far as a different choice and we do this or that, so we do judge the people based off of that. But other than that, like, I would love to see some bigger in terms of profile, maybe platform names. That'd be fun.
No, I would I would agree. I mean, in the main point of continued growth. Definitely want to keep growing, want to grow our social media presence even more. Like you said, have that, and I don't know that I'm looking for that viral moment because I believe that's going to come because we say some stuff and we,
crazy
and
stuff.
We have great content beyond our jokes and stuff like that. We really have some great content. I'm going to honor us in saying that. But to your point, I think I would agree. Yeah, 100% with that. I would love to have some. So let's do what the young people do. Let's manifest some things.
Okay.
If you could pick 5 people today, not dead or alive, like actual 5 people.
Yeah.
And 5 realistic people, you know what I'm saying, that we could get. And when I say realistic, it's not meaning that we couldn't get Beyonce, but like Beyonce don't do interviews for Oprah. So like, she ain't coming to Jigsaw.
Yeah.
So like, who are 5 people who if you could pick today that you would want to have on the show?
Realistic, that could be on the show. That I feel like would be a good interview.
Yeah. Or just like, you want to have.
Because even with like, first, I would love to have Music Social there, but I don't think it's a good interview. I don't think he would be a great interview.
Yeah, he's not talkative.
Yeah, I don't think it would be fun. Even though I would love to have a conversation with him. 5 folks. This is tough. 5 folks. You go first. Let me think about. You say one, then maybe I'll say. Well, I'll think about one. Let me see.
Love You Ajayi is at the top of my list.
Oh, okay. So you sparked some Issa Rae.
Okay.
Top of my list.
Love You. Okay. We know Issa's at the top of your list. And I agree. I'm not going to add her to mine because she's on yours. So this other thing, we can't agree. We can agree, but we can't have the same 5 people. So let's say that.
Oh, okay.
So we can agree. No, Issa, if she was, she's no longer on my list because you said it. So it's almost like, let's treat this like the NBA draft.
Got it. Okay.
So once they gone, they gone.
Got it. Okay.
So let's do that. All right. So I said Lovey, and okay, I'll let you explain Issa, even though the whole world knows why. But Lovey, for me, she's an amazing content creator. Her perspective, her Her voice, I've read both of her books, and from a journalist perspective, I admire her writing style. I'm looking to one day pivot all of my thoughts and leverage my writing into penning my first book, like officially penning it, not just talking about it, like but really doing it, because my journalism is taking off. So I'm really, but just having her and my appreciation for her content and who she is, I would love to have the conversation. I would love to just have her and just talk, because she has great thoughts about caucasity, and I think that would be a conversation we would have together. That would be crazy great.
Yeah.
Right, so Issa Rae from you.
Yeah, Issa Rae, outside of my like just attraction to Issa Rae, I think the attraction on the physical is kind of like it's small in compared to the attraction in terms of like she understands the culture. She understands, like I feel like she would understand the jigsaw and who our audience is, and she would speak to our audience. She could speak to the culture. She if we said Issa be on the episode from start to finish, she would kill it. Song of the week, the Billboard, Blessed Reports, the living room, answering the letters, greater conversation. She would be able to literally hit every single part of the show. I think she's, in my opinion, humble opinion, she's a cultural icon already. She hasn't done everything that she probably set her mind to, but just giving us Insecure and what that did for the culture has been amazing.
Yeah. Number 2 on the board for me is Takia Nicole from Getting Grown podcast. I feel like some days she's my twin sister. So many parallels in who we are. Just like her love for academia and just her churchy but ratchet perspective. And I mean, she's a solid follow on social media. She's funny, and unintentionally funny, but she's real smart. And some of the struggles that she shared personally are some of the same ones that I struggle with in terms of like, putting your worth with your work and, being a perfect, like all those things, but still navigating life, the duality of life and being cool. Like anyway, I really enjoy her and her work, and I would love the opportunity to sit and talk with her as well. 2 for you.
Jamel Hill.
So we love black women. If y'all hate,
we do love black women. Jamel Hill, she's hella black.
Yeah, I like Jamel.
Hella cultural. She loves black people. She loves sports. She has a good eye. She's transparent. Like even the whole thing she's talking about, if she's coming out with a book later on this year, would be a great time. She might come on the show. We would love for you to talk about your book on the show.
Yeah.
Even she was transparent in putting out there her abortion story that she's gonna put in her book later on. I think Jamel, she stands for what she believes in. Like, yeah, just all the thing. I think Jamel Hill is one of the person. If I had like a cookout or like a something, I would want Jamel Hill to be there. I feel like she would bring value to any room in comedy. Like, and she's funny. She's funny. There's all these things. Jamel Hill.
No, yeah, I agree.
She fits. Like, yeah, Jamel Hill. She's amazing.
All right. 3 for me is you probably wouldn't think I would say this, but I'm gonna say it. And he's not in our generation, but I think he would be amazing to have a conversation with. And that is Samuel Jackson. I just feel like
a lot of cussing,
but the range of his career, the wisdom that I think he would be able to give. I feel like people like Samuel Jackson and Jennifer Lewis, while they are older, right? They still connect across generations. And their impact in certain movies and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who doesn't remember Coach Carter? Who doesn't remember even his small role in Coming to America? You know what I'm saying? Like, Samuel Jackson is pretty much ubiquitous with culture. And I just feel like, I don't know that it would be like this. I don't know what the conversation would be. But I think it would be a dope conversation. And I wouldn't mind sitting with it. But and he's my Morales brother. So and I would love to talk about how he locked Martin Luther King Sr. in the administration. Yeah, I want to hear all the tea on that.
I'm gonna do that. But this is a dark horse. Probably wouldn't think about it, but you would probably agree. Erica Alexander.
Oh, I would think about that for sure.
Yeah, Erica Alexander.
Yes, Maxine Shaw.
Maxine Shaw, the Maverick. Think about her in terms of the culture. She was on the Cosby Show. She was on Living Single. She grew up in the Church of God in Christ. Like, she is tuned into Black culture. She's tuned into Black rights. She's tuned into human rights. What is that?
I got a question for you after you're done about her. Go ahead.
All the things. I think she'd be great for the show too.
What do you think would have been of her career if she went to a different world? Because remember, Charmaine was her best friend on the Cosbys, and Charmaine went to Hillman.
I'm trying to think. Was there a character already like Pam on a different world?
The most similar character would have been Jada's, but their perspective of the hood was real different.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jada was more kind of aggressive Baltimore, and Pam was like, she was passive, but I grew up poor. She was kind of that.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up without a lot of privilege. So I don't know that there was anybody like her.
Yeah. And but also considering they could have had a great dynamic because
two best friends entering school, because I don't think everybody in a different world met each other. We never saw two best friends enter, and that happens a lot in college.
Mm-hmm.
Friends follow each other.
Yeah. I think we put a good transition, but I think the crazy thing is I feel like, and I don't know what the age the time gap was
between different world Living Single.
Yeah, but I feel like Living Single, she was grown. Like her character
was real grown.
But
you know what? It felt grown, but if I'm remembering season 1 and 2 correctly, she wasn't even like when Kyle turned 30. Like Kyle turned 30 in like season 3 of whenever. I think they dated in season 3. So and she wasn't 30 yet because she was like, I think somebody asked her what you gonna do. She's like, enjoy the rest of my 20s. So she was at least 29. So that means in season 1, bro, she was only 27, which means that she had pretty much just graduated law school. Because think about it, if you traditional undergrad student, you graduate around 21, 22, 3 years of law school, that puts you at 25, 26. She was like, so she was grown, but she was still really young.
Yeah, and she was a PD, right? She was a public defender at one point. So
yeah, that was but the first episode she worked at a private firm, and then she went to be public defender, older woman situation.
Got it. Yeah.
So that show ended, and she had to be character age 34 max. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But to your point, yes, Erica Alexander would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think she'd be great
on the show.
Our conversation would go so many places.
I'm gonna do another auntie since we're doing that. Debbie Allen.
Good one.
I would love to have Debbie Allen on the show. I would love to have Debbie Allen because I've seen interviews with her. Like she is raw and uncut. Her impact on the just speaking of a different world, and like I remember it was a documentary or something I was watching. She was talking about when she came on. She was like, she said she went in and changed small. She was like, how you gonna have a HBCU calf and no hot sauce on the table? So she was like, it was just small stuff she began to change. So I would love to talk about her influence and how she brought like her Howard experience to that and how she remains relevant today, still directing and like helping put out these really impactful shows that we are binging. Like she's still a part of the show. Like she hasn't stopped. And a lot of the things that and then like she was in the House. Like people like that's a black show that don't get a lot. Like it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. And I think like Felicia Rashad, of course, was, she was, freaking Claire Huxtable. But like Debbie Allen was also that girl. So
is that girl.
Yeah. So like I was that girl. Like if I do an auntie uncle type thing, I would be stuck between Jennifer Lewis, Debbie Allen, Sam Jackson, and Lawrence Fishburne. That would be my uncle auntie people to talk to. So but that's I'll count them as my 3-4 interchanging with those names.
So I did 3. 4. Who will 4 be? Deion Sanders.
Okay, Prime. Ato Prime.
Yeah, Ato Prime. For a few reasons.
Okay.
Now he's in a black space, like, and he's literally shaking up college football.
Yeah.
To where now white coaches at Nick Saban is afraid of Deion Sanders.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
with the lies and the threats. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Of course, my for those that don't know, Deion Sanders is my favorite football player of all time.
Yeah. I think you said that on
Deion
the
Sanders,
show.
Bo Jackson, Kobe Bryant, my 3 favorite athletes of all time. I think Deion and Deion is different, like in terms of early years, creating a brand. What was that? Even before like creating a brand was a thing, he created his own brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's his own persona, the prime time, all that kind of stuff. And then he had the highs, the lows. The man tried to commit suicide. He had failed marriage. He's a father. He will be able to provide a lot of great content. And he's not stuffy, right? He gonna tell
Yeah.
a joke. He gonna
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
do all the things. He will give us a great sound bite. Deion Sanders, and that would be like also like one of those things, just like I'll probably fan out over Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And my last person. Oh, this is so tough. Somebody realistic that we can have on the show. A wish list of people, so to speak. If you think of somebody before I say the name, feel free to jump in there, Brian. Or if
That's
you have your person.
realistic. Oh,
Yeah, I feel like all these people, like under the right circumstances, would actually
Yeah.
be on the show. Like,
yeah.
but the fifth and final person, because there's so many people who I would not mind, well, I would really enjoy speaking with and interviewing. Wow. Oh, Chance the Rapper. Chance, if you sent me that clip, Chance on that Chicago show, he's funny. Like even his SNL stints
Yeah.
were funny.
He understands.
And you know how I go up for Chance's music. And it seems like outside of that song, A Bar About a Bar, which oof, was rough listening. But the one he did with Joey Bad that he performed at the BET Awards, I actually really, that's going back to me, it gave me 10-day acid rap vibes. So sounds like he's going back to one of his older sounds. But yeah, Chance, man, I think, and then like his complications with drug usage and how he was like in love with his baby mom and talked about how not wife, but consider her baby mom, and like an earlier album talk about how they broke up and like now they're married and they have 2 children and how like his life is, and he's like younger than us. And just his level of success, but then also being raised and birthed in the church, like, and then like infusing that spiritual influence in all of his work, and then just all the stuff he does for the community. He's a big philanthropist, and like, I think there's so many conversations we could have with Chance. The intersectionality of his life is just, yeah, he has a lot of range. I'll say it that way. So Chance the Rapper for sure. The way you said you were a fan out about it, I would be sitting here in awe the first 5-10 minutes for sure. Like we're literally talking to this dude. Like I'm wearing my 3 hat during the conversation. I'm doing it all. Like Chance the Rapper is definitely rounds out. And again, I feel like under the right circumstances, he would come on the show. I don't think that's out of reach for us. So
one person that I don't maybe out of reach for some people may think it's out of reach. But I think that you can 1 degree of separation, couple degrees of separation. I think it'd be great for the conversation. I think it may sound out of reach, but I'm gonna say the name. TD Jakes.
I don't think so. He was in my brain. I don't think. I see why you would say, but I don't. But I kind of don't. If these local churches can book TD Jakes, I feel like we could do a booking request. It may have to pay a little some. Shout out to Lola Mitchell. But yeah. Hell.
I think he would be able to answer the questions that we would ask.
Oh, for sure. If y'all thought the Matt Brown conversation was crazy, good.
Because there's questions like that. Because our show and even our theology, I believe we've had conversations offline, intersects with culture.
Yeah.
Like where does Christ intersect with culture, and how do we walk out our Christian lives in the midst of the culture that we live in?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of those questions would be directed toward that. And I feel like he would be able to navigate that with grace and wisdom and love and truth, and transparency.
All that.
I think TD Jakes would be a great interview for our show.
Yeah.
Great interview.
As you were talking, honorable mention for me would be like Yvonne Orji, Natasha Rothwell. Kelly from Insecure. Yeah. There's a couple of honorable mentions for me.
My honorable mention will be for a person you're a fan out for. I have one honorable mention.
Okay.
Kurt Franklin.
Oh, I don't even know if it's honorable mention more than it is. I just didn't put him on the list. I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know what to say. I really wouldn't know what to say. You would probably have to carry the first 20 minutes of the conversation because I'd just be like,
oh, yeah. So when you said you'll break your son's neck, what did you?
Brian, you can't say that because if he come on the show, we don't need his people come back and listen in. Kirk, we didn't mean it.
But I think
Kirk, we didn't mean
the
it.
same things I said about TD Jakes, I think Kurt Franklin would give us those same things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe not deep as in terms of theological breakdown of the scripture.
But I feel like he would give it to us. He would just be honest and open and raw. Yeah. It wouldn't be your typical churchy conversation for sure. Yeah, if I do one more honorable mention, this is gonna be a wild card. I think it'd be a really great conversation. I wouldn't mind talking to Charlamagne.
Oh yeah, I think Charlamagne would be a good combo.
I wouldn't mind talking to Charlamagne.
So. I want to talk about sex with Angela Yee. I think Angela Yee would give us if it's about sex. I think Angela Yee, but I don't know. Whatever.
I have my thoughts.
She might go too far.
That ain't my thought.
She about to talk about butt plugs and stuff.
Yeah, that ain't my thought. We're gonna talk about sex. We're gonna bring legs, hips, and body. Candy coated.
Oh, that would be so good. But I feel like she wouldn't. I've watched her interviews and I've watched her. She had a podcast at one point, and I've seen her interview folks, and I feel like it just wasn't. It didn't give what it needed to give.
But I also feel like, and going back to our show, I feel like without calling names, we've had some interviews where me and Bryan have texted and been like, let's just time to wrap this up.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Let's just be honest. And y'all will never know. And the ones that y'all think that we might be talking about, we're probably not talking about.
Right.
And it's not that they were bad people, they were saying bad things. It was just like, this isn't going the way we thought it would go. And but there are other people who we thought would be more stiff conversations, and it ended up being some of the best conversations we've ever had. And I say that to say every interview ain't gonna be as great as the last. However, I think me and Bryan have gotten to a space in these 2 years where we're gonna ask them good questions, and I think we're gonna pull a level of personality out of people. So even like with Candy, I feel like if we got to asking about Candy, because when Candy talk about sex, if you watch Real Housewives, she lights up. Woman of God enjoys sex.
She loves the things.
So I really feel like if it was a sex conversation, she would be game for coming on the show and having it, and and really talking about it. But I'm gonna do. Can I pull one more audible since we're here?
Go for it.
And that concludes another episode of the Jigsaw Podcast. We want to thank you all so much for listening.
We do.
This was a hodgepodge episode, not even a culture code. It's just a kind of like, end of the month, end of the first half of the year. Yeah, we ended up in a good way. We talked about music, and we talked about culture, and we talked about a lot of things. We talked about our future. So if you were listening, you heard our top 5, go spam them.
Please do.
Put the Jigsaw in their comments. Go tag them and stuff. Because we would love to work with these people. And like screen record the audio and send it to their DMs. Like, do all the things. Help us. Help y'all have a better show. But we love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us for 2 whole years. Next year we promise to actually celebrate. Actually celebrate and do something other than just like what we're doing now. We'll probably always have a reflecting moment of the show. But next year we promise on year 3. Oh, because good things come in 3s, Bryan. You know that now. So so next year 3, we'll probably do something real big. But until then, Bryan, tell the people what they can do in the meantime.
As always, continue to celebrate us, support us. Like I said, we're great without you all, but we're even better with you. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Follow Josh at I am Josh Rogers. Follow me at I am Bryan here. Follow the Jigsaw Podcasts. Check out the website. Rate us 5 stars or nothing at all. Leave a comment. Share, like, subscribe. Pay the family members and friends, who we are, what we do. And we appreciate all that you do for us. Josh, before you let them go, let the people know what they need to do.
I'm going to end it this way. Keep smiling. Keep shining, knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Ooh, that's what friends are. Speaking of, did you see those old videos of Dionne Warwick? I feel like she was one of the first candidates for veneers. Because the way those teeth set in the front of her mouth was not indicative of the diva queen that she is. But ooh, that's what friends are for. Good night, y'all. See y'all in July.
We love you.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Barbecue responsibly.
Please do.